All right, what's good, everybody? Happy Monday. Welcome to the Dose Show. Today, really kind of a day where we're going to start the week off easy, right? We're going to go really simple. If you're watching this for the first time, my name's Dustin Tibbetts. I'm a financial advisor with Jazz Wealth. We specialize in managing retirement investments for you guys. If you are thinking about opening a retirement account, a Roth IRA, traditional IRA, if you have an old 401k to roll over, or you want to transfer an account from somewhere else because that person's just not doing a good enough job for you, well, keep us in mind at Jazz Wealth. We manage our own portfolios. We're fiduciaries. We have nothing to sell but ourselves. And you can check out our performance, actually, how we do for our different clients. We publish the performance of all of our portfolios on jazzwealth.com. So check it out. Let us know if you need any help. Well, here's the thing. I was looking up things to talk about this week, and I saw an article from Bankrate. So we're going to reference Bankrate's article today. Just so you know, anything I say from them has to do with the article that they published there. They did a study that shows that while, of course, relationships and work, right, tend to make you lose sleep, that's fair, right? I stay up late thinking about what I want to do and all the exciting things that I want to do. So that, of course, helps you lose sleep or makes you lose sleep. But they said 36% of people lose sleep over money, finances, retirement, and investing. That's kind of a broad category there. But 36%, I thought, okay, I don't know. I would have thought the number would be lower now while times are good, and they would be higher in, sort of stressful economic times. Maybe they are, but they just did this study. They came up with 36% of Americans do lose sleep for that. So they give you some pointers. And I thought I'd sort of elaborate on these pointers because we all have our opinions as to how we should manage money and how things should go. But I want to elaborate on a few things that hopefully can simplify the idea of not stressing about your dough, right? I sort of joke about it where I say, let's get your dough straight and sort of say it as it's like a slang term or whatever. But it gets you to think about it. You go, wow, did a financial advisor just say get your dough straight? Why isn't he wearing like a suit and tie and stuff? So it's all these things just to sort of get you to think about money in a more relaxing way and not stress about it as long as you're doing it right. And of course, that's what we're here for. We'll help teach you a little bit. So if you're stressing about your dough, here are the tips that they give you, and here's what we're going to elaborate on. Number one, and I agree with this one, have an emergency savings, right? When you get your paycheck, you're paying yourself first, right? You know that old saying, pay yourself first? Well, here's how it works. You have some dollar amount, let's call it, let's just say gross. So you have your gross amount, and then you have taxes taken out and your Social Security, Medicare, things like that, and you're left with a net amount at the end of the day. Did you pay yourself first on that one? Maybe, right? Because one of these line items could be a 401k. And so before you put any money in your pocket, you maybe have put some money away. If your company at work offers a match, you put at least the amount to get the full match. It's not something I created. Everybody says the same thing. I don't know one other person that says you 100% max that thing out. No, start with the match first. That's the bare minimum you have to do. If you want to do more than that, that's fine. Okay? So this is paying yourself first. Now, of this net amount, you first put money into your emergency savings. Do you think your credit card company is going to care if you can't pay a medical bill? Do you think your credit card company is going to care if you lose your job, right? Doesn't matter. So I'm not saying don't pay your bills, but if times get tough, you might need money to live off of. You don't want to go to a credit card company. So you may have to put off some things and use your emergency savings if times get a little bit tough. So the rule is you save 8 months of emergency savings when times are good. You save 6 months of emergency savings when time is bad. By the way, on our website, it's still at the top. If you go to jazzwealth.com, it says, did you miss the budgeting class? For all of our customers, that class is free. Don't you dare pay for that class. But it goes over these big ticket items, including your emergency savings. How do you, how do you do it? What percentage do you put and where do you put it and all that stuff? For everything, car, house, emergency savings, your future, and everything. It's $65 if you're not one of our customers. If you are one of our customers, it's always free, so don't pay for that, okay? But anyways, emergency savings is number one. Always pay yourself first, right? Nobody else cares what you do with your money, so you got to put that emergency savings first. And I said it right. I know I sometimes misspeak on these videos, but you save 8 months, or your goal is to save 8 months of emergency savings when times are good. Times are good right now, so 8 months. And when times are bad, if you're just starting to save or you're shooting for a goal, you shoot for 6 months, okay? So the numbers change. Don't just go with the general, oh, it's 8 months emergency savings because old Dave Ramsey told me to. Okay, number 2. So first, emergency savings. Number 2, budget, right? And you don't need me to sort of make another general video on YouTube about creating a budget and getting motivated to create a budget and how I'm going to stick to it this time and all that. You don't need me for that. So I'm going to just give you a tip of how to make this really simple. You can use software that we provide. You can use a spreadsheet. You can use a piece of paper for all I care. Maybe your bank actually has a way for you to categorize your stuff. But if you're going to just use a piece of paper or you're going to use a spreadsheet, I call that the bare minimum. That's the absolute bare minimum that you have to use. Here's how you do it. Really simple. There's no excuse. You take your income, right? First, you take your income and you list it. Maybe it's yours, your spouse's, rental properties, royalties, whatever it is that you may have in income. Then you take your constants, right? And so this is constants. So you take your income as one category, your constants as another category, your mortgage, your car payment, what you pay for childcare expenses, whatever it is. The lawn guy, you pay him the same amount every month or whatever. If you have a pool guy, same thing. It's always the same. And then you take your variables. And that's the final one. Those are groceries, gas, going out to eat, vacations, things like that. You put those line items down there. And then very simply, you say, I would like to take the total of my income minus my constants minus my variables, and what is the total number over or under. Hopefully you end up over, right? And you have some money left over. That's simple. You take a spreadsheet with your income, total of the income minus constants minus variables equals something. That's it. That's all you got to do. Now you could change all of this and have fun over time and sort of tweak it, but Google Sheets is free. You go right on Google, get a Gmail account. It's free. You can do this in 10 minutes. So at the bare minimum, you gotta have a budget, and that's these two right here is what I'm referring to when I say get your dough straight. Right? There's no excuse why you can't get your dough straight. Now, what's going to happen when you start getting your dough straight? You're going to look at this list and go, "Whoa! I pay how much to have a guy mow my lawn? I pay how much to have a guy pour chemicals and skim lizards out of my pool? Whoa, that's a lot. I pay how much to own that car? That's ridiculous. I don't like that." So the next thing you're going to do is reduce your expenses in your budget, right? There's something you can do in your budget. You cannot get your dough straight if you don't know where your dough is going. There's an old joke, or sort of what we say, where dollars coming in just have to be greater than dollars going out. However you personally decide to do that, whether you follow Dave Ramsey or Bruce Williams, Susie Orman, Tony Robbins, whatever, these big guys that make millions of dollars telling you how to organize your money, if you want to follow them, that's fine, but you can't know where your dough's going if you don't keep track of it, right? So reduce your expenses. If you do even the most basic of budgets, you'll find, I promise, that you're paying too much for something. You might look at the cable bill and go, "You're kidding me. They charge us how much for what? There's a sports channel that they charge us for. I've never even watched in my entire life." So keep that in mind. You may also find that your rent, maybe you're renting a house, you've bought a house, something's too expensive. Just keep that in mind. It could also be, by the way, I'll give you a good example. In my neighborhood, to be fair, we're the first house, and as you go down the street, the houses get exponentially bigger. And so the joke in the neighborhood is always work your way down the street, because those guys got it figured out. So a couple doors down, these people, the guy owns a string of cell phone stores, very successful. His wife actually cleans condos on Mondays to make a little extra money. And it's not a little, it's a lot. Because here in Florida, people come and they stay for vacation for a week in somebody's condo, and then a cleaning company comes and cleans it out. Usually it's just some woman or some guy that wants to make a little extra money and goes in there and cleans it, does a good job. Well, that's what she does. She makes the money so that she can help reduce expenses where they want to, but also so she can go spend the money she's trying to spend, on things she wants to spend. So it helps them, get their personal life in order, so they're not arguing about stuff. Okay, And then the last thing this article says is to reduce or eliminate debt, right? Debt has got to be a focus, guys. If you have a car loan, I don't care. If you have a home loan, I don't care, right? So I take a different approach than some people because at this point in our lives or the economic cycle or history, however you want to look at it, having a car loan, a reasonable car loan, it's not that big of a deal. The big deal is people that go out and they spend $80,000 on a truck when they really should be spending like $16,000. That's where we get in trouble. So if you're going to go buy a reasonable car and you choose to get a car loan, I don't care. I don't think most people care. If you want to pay it off early, great, go pay it off early. But if you're borrowing the money at 3% or 4%, that's kind of like free, right? So, and even going back just even a year, you're borrowing money at 1% to go get a car loan, 1.49%. It's pretty much free money, so you're like, why would I pay that back early when I could go do something else with the money? So rare time in our lives where if you want to have a car loan, that's fine. If you want to pay for a house by using getting a home loan and you want to put like 5% down and they'll let you, okay, fine, right? No problem. Small interest rates make a difference. We're not going that way anymore. Interest rates are moving higher. So it becomes less and less advantageous to have debt, especially credit card debt. That is the one that we have to focus on. You can't have it. You know, you can make the argument, I pay everything off at the end of the month and they charge me no interest. Really? Really? Because we've done the studies that show only 6% of you actually do that and successfully gain more from a rewards card than they make off of you. So 6%. However, it seems when I do those videos, all of the people that post say, I do it, I do it, I do it, I do it, I do it. Somebody's lying, right? Now, I don't care about that, but if you have a credit card, you gotta make that a focus. You put money aside for yourself. Screw the credit card. You put money aside for yourself first. I know, what's her name? I know Susie Orman says that. I used to watch her a long time ago. So she says, screw the credit card companies. You start by saving for yourself first. Of course, make the payments. Don't skip out on the money. But if times get tough, you look out for yourself first. You figure out your budget, which will help you pay off those credit cards. So that's really all I got for you. Two dangerous credit. So credit cards dangerous, and student loans, by the way. You got to focus on those. Don't ever get in a position where you can't pay those off. That's the most dangerous type of debt there is, period. And that's really all I have. So I really wanted to cite this article today because 36% of you are losing sleep over money. Have I ever lost sleep over money? I probably have. I mean, to be honest, I'm sure, yeah. So if you've ever lost sleep over money, leave a comment below. Let me know what you were stressed about. Maybe it's not that you were broke. It might have been that you didn't know what to pay off or what debt you were going to tackle first, or you were stressed about the process rather than stressed about your dough. That could be it as well. So let me know in the comments below what you think. Also, we have a new video series out just called FinVids, right? Just really simple, quick, short video topics on one thing. Today was a Roth IRA contribution. Real simple, quick and to the point, going back to some of our roots that got us here on the YouTube. So if you have any topics about investing, personal finance, or all that you want to have one question answered in 3-4 minutes and that's it, be able to move on about your way, leave a comment on one of those videos, let me know. We have a whole list that we're coming up with that we're going to be sending out there, but if you have one that you prefer, of course, let me know. While we're here, if you're watching live, I'll answer any questions if you have them. Cato's got $200 left over, free cash that he used for investments. And the only reason they know that is because I guarantee you there's some kind of budget going on there, Cato, right? You wouldn't know if you're just randomly spending money. Good job. Couldn't agree more about loans and interest rates as they are low. Yeah, some people highly disagree with that, SD, but you know, I don't know. It's a numbers game to me. If you're going to let me borrow money, my wife's car, she technically has two, I just drive them. My wife's car, 1.49% interest rate, I'm never going to pay that back early. I mean, we'll sell the car eventually, but why would I pay that back early? 4-year loan, by the way. Couldn't agree. Oh, sorry. I want to go more aggressive with the portfolio, but $200 monthly left over, I reckon I can invest monthly. You sure can, Cato. And I suggest doing $50 a week rather than $200 a month. You actually end up better off in the long run. So let me know if you want help with that or something, but do it weekly. If the place that you're working with won't let you do small weekly deposits, maybe keep us in mind. No, weekly, not quarterly. Weekly, weekly, weekly. Especially if you're just getting started. Yeah, people can finance these trucks forever. They're getting to be like boat loans. Yep. Let's see. Don't ever buy a mutual. Okay, well, it looks like we're done. That's all I have for you. Closing beat coming up today, where we talk about the stock market. You just want a quick update on the stock market, how things are going, what's the media headline news that you might want to pay attention to. That's what we do on the closing beat. If I've helped you in some way today, hit the subscribe button, turn the bell on. That'll let you know when we go live or when we post a new video. Just a warning, we're going to be posting a lot more videos. Some days, probably 3 different videos. So just heads up, if you don't want to be notified every time, don't turn the bell on. But I think you should. I think it's worth it. Talk to you guys later.
Why should you choose Jazz Wealth as your retirement or long-term investing service? Our portfolios are managed by us, not some faceless mutual fund manager. Our private classes will teach you everything about investing and getting your dough straight. Best of all, our fiduciary standard means your best interest comes before ours.